teen is your family, Michael. You have to protect them from those guys.
He's the actor who starred with Oscar winner Sandra Bullock in their 2009 movie The Blind Side. A very physical role telling the real-life story of an NFL offensive lineman who beat the odds.
Go!
3, 2, 1, you got this.
Yep.
This morning, 41-year-old actor Quinton Aaron is in physical therapy at an Atlanta hospital trying to learn how to walk on his own after nearly dying in January from a stroke to his spine.
Big question. Big question. Big question. Okay, come back down.
And adding to his pain, he says that while he was hospitalized fighting for his life, he learned that the woman who he thought was his wife, seen here in photos he posted online, was still married to someone else.
That's what eventually led to the doctors removing her from around me.
He was in a coma for 4 days, needed help breathing for a month. And when he woke up, he says that his family told him that his wife Margarita was actually still married to another man and as such could not legally make his medical decisions.
The entire time we were together, she told me she had been divorced for 10 plus years. She even told the person where we were getting married, oh yes, I have all the documents, I can email over to you, the divorce decree.
But you never checked on your own.
That's my biggest mistake, you know.
He and Margarita De Leon got married 2 years ago at this wedding chapel in Los Angeles, seen in these photos from TMZ, with the ring, their wedding license, and her signature saying that under penalty of perjury, she was unmarried. When he was sick, his attorney found these records, showing that she was still the wife of a man she married in 1992.
You did love her.
Yes, I did. A lot of it was blissful ignorance. A lot of stuff I didn't want to know.
But the woman who he thought was his wife says she simply made a mistake, failing to realize that her divorce was never finalized, telling us that there was always tension between her and Quinton Aaron's family.
When I told Quinton back in the hospital bed, and I want to be very honest about this, and I feel like this needs to be said and brought out. I said to him, I said, BB, this information that your family pulled up on me, you know, I wasn't aware of it. I said, this is what I found out. It is true.
If I had a chance to do it over, I would have done my due diligence. I would have definitely done a lot more research. It's been a few, like, over the years.
Aaron says he's now focusing on his recovery, managing the diabetes that led to the stroke.
He's in therapy every day, 3 hours a day. That is the benchmark of all inpatient rehabilitation facilities.
And he's continuing to lose weight, down more than 100 pounds from what many of his fans remember.
The doctors projected that it could take months, it could take a year, or up to a year.
For you to walk again.
Yeah, and I said, I don't claim that time frame. I'll be walking a lot sooner than you think. You know, and that's just how I believe. That's how, you know, between me, my faith, and my relationship with God, I feel like I'm going to be back up on my feet very soon.
Looking back on it now, you know, what would you say to your younger self?
Learn to pay attention to a lot of stuff. I started paying attention to my body because I found out over the years it was speaking very disrespectfully to me, and I was ignoring it.
The woman who he thought was his wife, her husband filed for divorce in February in the middle of all this, and confirms what she says, that they both thought their divorce had been finalized years ago. Quinton Aaron says that he needs to get back up on his feet very soon because he has a few projects in the works and wants us to share that his friends have set up charities to help him with his medical bills. Guys.
So much there. Yeah, there sure is.